Hello, hello. I'm getting all set with my paints and a surface that I have. And I was excited to see if any of you guys want to come on and paint with me today. I am doing a live YouTube for the end of the month here. And just, I was in the mood to paint. And always when I have a palette full of paint left, I want to use it somehow, use it up. So I thought, well, let's think of what we can do to use up my palette of paint. Does that sound good? Thank you guys for all of you who might be watching it after I came on. And you guys, I just have a few of you just came on. If you would say something to me so I know we're going. All right. Hi, thanks for coming on. I am going to paint with you today. It's the after Thanksgiving crush. I've been shopping some, didn't want to shop anymore, want to paint. And so I have a leftover palette of paints from this morning when I've been painting. Oh, I know that name, Kiki. Okay, so when I first saw it, I'm like, who is that? Is that somebody new? Watching from Australia. Hello, hello. That's a long ways away. Isn't it amazing that all over the world we can get on YouTube and talk to each other? Oh my gosh, I started out with a lot of hearts. You are giving me a good feeling this morning. So I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I don't know when you're going to be watching this, but if you're watching it right now, I'm getting ready for the season. It has been a long time. Well, hello, Yolanda. Hello, hello. And Candy from the UK. Love painting the bird series, the blue jay in the snow. You know what? I have to tell you a funny story about that blue jay. I didn't actually pick to do the blue jay's like a gorgeous bird, but I have this thing where I was outside trying in my fenced in backyard with my seven little children. And I went out because there was a baby that hit the ground, and I was trying to pick it up, and it just kept like flying away a little bit and landing back on the ground. And the all of a sudden I got dive bombed by a blue jay, but I didn't know what the heck it was. And I kept moving, I'm trying to save it, trying to help it. And then I looked up and there were like three or four of them lined up on my roof. And I'm like, they attack you. But anyway, so I'm like, do we really need to paint a blue jay? But I thought it turned out pretty. And I have a cute little baby blue jay because that I like that part of it. And so I'm going to be painting that sometime soon too. Oh my gosh. So we have somebody, I don't know what country you're from, but if you're from Taiwan or because I've been to Taiwan two times painting many people, so I don't know. Hello, Miss Suzanne from England. Hello, hello. Um, oh, it's good to see so many people, but I think I need to start painting because then I'll lose people if I'm just talking. That's what happens, right? So, Sherry from Utah. Hello, hello. All right, so I had a surface that was left over and I know the blue jay, I love painting the blue jay because it's beautiful, but they're not always friendly. Except one came and landed on my tree the other day, a little bush I have, and it was squawking and squawking, had a big berry in its mouth. I went, okay, I hear you. And all the other birds would fly away. That bird stayed right there and just kept squawking at me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, never saw a bluebird here. So that blue jay. So that was pretty funny. All right, so this has some stenciling on it, and it was left, it was my demo board for the lesson I taught this week. So I am going to do a wreath today, and I don't know what about wreaths. I just like them because we do all kinds of things to it. And I am going to start out with my leftover paints from some that I painted earlier for those who didn't hear me. I also want to advertise to get you all excited that Vietnam. All right. So I want you to know that I am going to have a party, a PJ party right here live on December 14th for all of you who subscribe or my One Stroke Advantage. If you've subscribed to the site or my One Stroke Advantage or my Patreon site, any of you guys we are going to paint a bunch of ornaments. So I just have these leftovers from last year. I pulled them out, and I'm going to paint one after another with you, and we're going to have giveaways from the paint company and more. So does that sound fun? So all you have to do is subscribe and be here December 14th at 8 p.m. And that is 2022. So if you're some other year and you're trying to get on, it might not work. And we can have hundreds of people on. So come, come, come. And you want to get started? Let's start painting before I lose any people. All right, so here we go. This, I think, will still work. Oh, we're not going to tighten it. I think this will still work with the little, sorry guys. It was just on a minute ago, didn't have any problem. There we go. Okay, with the busyness in the back, I think it'll still be a fun project. Now, one thing that's really good is we have a set of angle brushes, and here's the smallest angle brush, is a 3/8. And so I'm going to get my double loader, and I'm going to dampen my brush first. And when I load this brush, I'm going to take and put the darker point of the brush. Oh, Jacqueline, that is so nice of you. What time zone? Oh, sorry. Thank you. This is Eastern Standard Time. I'm Florida. I'm in Florida. Okay. So I want to pick up burnt umber and, oh my gosh. And you're saying it for me. Okay. Coffee latte. I'm losing it. All right. And I'm going to just pick up a teeny bit of white. See that? Let's get some burnt umber back on that tip, a little bit of white. Let's go back in here. So I split the brush when I pick it up, and then I should have done it right here. All right, so let's do a heart. So to do a heart, we do right here and right here in the center. We're going to cross here, and I want to come up and do like a country heart where it's kind of medium, medium. Okay, so it's kind of a squishy, right, fatter heart. Okay, hello, Miss Kim. So all those little stars are the people that come on that are my One Stroke Advantage membership. So they get little advantages by being a member. So I'd love for y'all to check that out sometime. Okay, there we are. And subscribe. When you subscribe on my YouTube, it doesn't cost you anything, and it just lets you know when I'm going to be on. Happy Monday, Teresa. All right. So I keep going into the medium because it's kind of dry. And I think I need to put a riser. Let me put a riser here underneath the upper part so the glare doesn't hit it. Okay. Move over. Oops, why do I have a phone under here? All right, so let's come over. Sorry, I should have been situated first. Already subscribed, Donna. Thank you, thank you. I just want to make sure there's so many people. I never say that anymore. We have a class this afternoon. You mean this afternoon for you? It's at 5 p.m. for me. So you're in California, so I know it seems like afternoon. All right. We had a great Thanksgiving. I had a couple of painting buddies that came to our Thanksgiving, and then with our family, we had 30 people there. So, and we missed our whole 8 member family in Utah that didn't get to come here. But we love who did come. We missed some of the teenagers that are at college and growing up. but we had way too much food. Okay, so now it's lopsided. But need to change my email. The one I registered under is not working anymore. I know. You have to go to customer service or whatever because I don't know how to fix that. Now, if that doesn't work, email me, donnaontheroad@hotmail.com, and I will try to send that to somebody that might can help us figure it out. Okay. Detail brush that for that too. The detailed brush. Um, what I'm just showing y'all an angle brush because it's like so easy to get those little fuzzy little trailers. See that? With the angle brush, and it's easy to get the thin lines. But you can use your flat brush. I've used flat brushes way before I learned about angle brushes. Okay, so look, right there and right there from the center, from the center. Oh, just looks lopsided to me, but guess what? It doesn't matter because if this is lower, I come up and make it higher. See that? So I just love the little green little stencil, and I have a new stencil coming out for little backgrounds like this, which I think you guys will love. And I really want to invite you to the party, the ornament party, and I want to invite you to come and check us out on Patreon. Um, you pledge over there, just something to help me be online. And then we got Mark and I and all kinds of good stuff. And the big painting behind me. Oh, from Italy. Hello, hello. Um, so, so I wanted it kind of loose and open. And like I said, I could use my flat. This is a 16. Now you can use this angle brush too. Let me show you something that's kind of fun. I can go, this is my double loader. There's floating medium in the middle here. I can pick up the two colors, sap and citrus, and work it in. This is a smaller brush. This would be equal to a 10 flat, but we cut off the edge on an angle brush. It's at an angle, and there's a toe and there's a heel. All right, I will be on holiday through though, Donna, by then, but I can still join you. Ornament party, yay! Okay, good morning, Tyler, Texas. It's cold this morning. Well, I'm in Florida, and I just don't want to tease you, but it's so wonderful here. We're in the 60s and the 71. We're doing really good here. All right, so I want you to see, so you can think about coming and visiting me. I want you to see that I can do little bits where I'm barely touching and the heel's getting me my point, but I can go smooth and have the toe come out and do a point. All right, so now you can also, I just want to show you some things that an angle brush could do for you. I want to send you a Christmas card. Oh no, send it to me. I'll tell you my address. It is 10227 Dove Hill Lane. Dove Hill Lane, Clearmont, Florida. 347 34711. 34711. You're welcome to mail me right there. All right, so see how you can do those leaves with that? New Jersey. Oh, thank you for coming on. That's awesome. Trying to I would love for you to tell your friends to come on and join us. I've got lots of good stuff gonna be teaching you as we're doing this. And I want everybody to come join us December 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for an ornament party. It's a PJ ornament party. So I just want to tell you a little bit. See the curly cues? All right, so you make it inky. I go into the water. I come here and roll the brush in the paint, get it really thin, I like to show you that we just pull it in here. I see my little finger, wherever my little finger's going. I wanted to make a circle to the left, circle to the right. And the deal is you're staying up on the tip of the 2 script liner. This 2 script liner got marbled, but the handle's normally the dark green. So see that? See how easy that is? Or if you're in the beginning, you're not very comfortable, you could just wave it out like that. Isn't that kind of fun? I know, from around the world, we've got all these wonderful people that have joined us, the Philippines and Australia and the UK and more. So please share. I usually have people from Canada and from the US. We've got all kinds of people and different kinds of weather. This is the time of the year during Thanksgiving and Christmas that we get to feel blessed for friends that we have. I have to tell you, I've been able to travel around the world and make friends all over the world. And it's so amazing to have them come on and watch and share what they're doing. And I know that wherever I am, I can get online and say, who lives here that could come grab me at the airport? Just a few strokes. Look at that. It looks good with that green background, doesn't it? So the brown was earthy and natural. I felt like these leaves are pretty heavy. So what I do need to do while I have this brush is I need to put some darker ones around the wreath a little bit. So we've got. I'm going to bring them coming down this way. See how it makes you a nice skinny leaf and you stand up on the tip. Okay. So, and then I'm gonna, and so those little stencils look like I made for them to be there perfect, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna come right here and do a couple more so it looks like we were meant to be here. Thank you for coming on with me today. I appreciate it. I'm not saying you can't send it to Plaid, but you can send it to me just as easy, okay? And I hope that means it's a painted card. Okay, there, guys. I want to lighten this just a little bit because it's kind of heavy. All right. So I have a few going here. And I want to get, I'm doing all angle brush right now. I'm going to change this brush. I'm just showing you that it's easy to get a pointed light leaf. All right. So I have to have a triangle for my design. I can do another triangle, 1, 2, 3. So when you're saying, do I put another one here or do I put another one there? If you do a triangle, you can see exactly where it would look good. How's that sound? Okay, 1, 2, 3. We have a triangle. All right, so that's a pleasant view for your eyes. Okay, so thank you for coming on, guys. We got lots of stuff going on. I wanted to share with you and paint with you. We have all kinds of new Donna Dewberry stencils. I'd love for y'all to go check them out. We have a stencil that does all kinds of jars I like to paint, making it really simple for you. And a pretty little wreath that I have that just puts the leaves all out for you. Um, it will be a hand-painted arty gnome card on from me. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Do you ship to Australia? Yes, we do. Okay. We ship all over, except, I mean, there are a couple of countries that won't let the US ship to them, but I don't know if that's still now after the pandemic. Okay, so I wanted to put something, we were talking about birds. All right. So one cute little bird that I thought would be fun is just a little natural little bird. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to get his cheek and his tummy. And I want you to see that we're going to put him his little tail up. All right. So there is the where the beak goes. There's his cheek. There's his tummy. All right, I'm not going to really make him white. I'm going to bring some coffee latte in there. And I'm going to have some of that along here. And I'm just trying to get his shape, but I have a ridge. Did y'all see that ridge of white? Thank you for being on with me. I'm hoping that you enjoy what I'm getting ready to do with you. All right, so let's get some coffee latte and go from where that beak is and make a head that comes down. I mean, up and around. All right, and then we are going to have his little body. So now what happens with his body? Let's see this right here. We're going to have a wing. And I like the wing to kind of come this way. And oh, by the way, I'm using an 8 flat. Okay. Now I'm just basing it in for right now. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to pick up some burnt umber and coffee latte. Okay, so I want his tail to be perky and have it sitting up like you just landed. And he wants to be perched on this pretty little wreath. See how I'm bringing the burnt umber? And these are straight. They're not curved. All right. Now, I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. So what do you guys think? Are you liking it? We're going to put his little legs coming down. Where's that liner? There we go. All right, I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to roll this into thick paint, not thin. Okay, and I'm going to take and have his little leg come there and grab there. And then this leg here is going to go out a little bit and then across. Okay, now, because he just landed, can you see that? And then I'm going to make a little beak. So now the beak goes into the head, a little point, triangle into the head, and then a little teeny beak out of the head. Can you see that? Isn't that kind of cute? Thank you, Helena. All right, so then I'm going to I'll take a little 2 flat. These are my everyday value brushes, great chisels, good handles. And I'm making him a little spotted on here, just a little bit. And then he comes down a little bit. I'm going to put right along here some brown. And I'm going to bring his back right. See, I don't want it to look like a head that's a ball sitting on top. So I'm going to have it smooth out into his back. All right. So I also want y'all to see that right in his chest. I'm going to make him a little bit smoother here. He's going to be a little bit chunky right in here. See, that makes him look a little cuter. All right. And I also like to take this too and put a few little pieces of white feather right at the tip. How's that look? Just a teeny bit. All right. And we also have, let's put a little bit of white in his wing. We're going to paint some berries and fun. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Okay, so we can just rub that in there a little bit. And I am going to put a teeny bit, let's get that script liner, and put a little teeny bit of dark brown right here for his eye. I'm going to make that beak just teeny bit bigger. All right, so we also down here where his legs are, we're going to put some little feathery white right there. So his leg looks like it's in front. And a little bit of brown right here because his leg's behind. This one's in front. Oh, hello, hello, Lollipop Strawberry. That's pretty cool. Okay, there we go. Let's put some more of that white right in front so that one leg looks in back and this leg looks in front. Sound good? There. Isn't she cute? All right, so I'm going to come along here and put a little bit there and a little bit in here. And this is going to be a little bit of white into the tail. Oh, isn't he a little cutie? All right, so it's Folk Art Multi-Surface and Donna Dewberry one-stroke brushes. All right, so a little Tweety bird and needs a teeny bit of little highlight, and this is my value pack set of brushes. And I don't think some of you might not have been on when I was talking about this liner brush. This liner was marbled by a friend of mine, Chris. She marbled me a whole set, and every once in a while one of them pops up along the way. All right, so isn't it kind of fun? There we go. All right, so let's put a few little, I'm going to put some berries and some little, maybe some sprays of color. So let's get some red and berry wine. All right, and we can put some little bits of sprays in here. So I'm just tap, 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 tap. All right, so I don't like, I think I need to pull this up a little bit so that y'all see it without the glare. All right. Well, now he's got to be looking at something over here, don't you think? All right. I took away some of that brown by accident. There we go. All right. So let's put some of this berry wine over here. So we might put some of this, it's not berry wine, it's June berry and apple red. And then I might put some little red berries here because she's, I'm sure, coming to get a few of them. All right. So let's take a little dauber. Oh, let's use a Q-tip so that they're smaller. Okay. And so I'm going to take little red dots and let's have some little red berries along here. So what do you think? Are you guys liking this? All right, so I can put some more little berries with a Q-tip up here. And we could put blue, but this kind of gives us a season a little bit. And I could put little trailing branches to hold these berries. So remember what I said about doing the triangle? See, these are just small enough. So there's a triangle right there. And there. We need to make that triangle, right? So we kind of balance it out. You can make it a little bit more just like nature, so it wouldn't be exactly perfect to be the same size. All right, so this little guy right there, this is apple red, but it had a little bit of that Juneberry in it. All right, but look, I can put a couple here and there. And that makes it a really attractive wreath for our little bird to stop to, right? All right. So I want to still pick up some of the apple red and Juneberry. Juneberry is a really pretty color. See that? Oh, the label's all messed up, but it's Juneberry. It was well used. Okay, so I want the red to go first. And I'm pulling, 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 pulling. Or you can dab. Like tap it. Like I can tap, 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 tap. Come down here a little bit. So just giving it a little bit of natural look. All right, so I'm going to put just teeny bits in here. 1, 2, 3. All right. All right, I have triangle, triangle, one more up here. We'll make that triangle. Does that sound good? All right, so I really do need more red because I've been using up the red a lot. I can put little teeny bits of color in the bird even. You want to see some colors in the bird? So December 14th, for all my subscribers, I have a live PJ ornament party. I do an ornament party every year. But this year, 2022, it's going to be on the 14th. And at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I live in Florida, if that gives you a little hint. And, okay, let's come back up here a little bit. All right, so what do you guys think? I know the ornament party is going to be good, so be sure that y'all subscribe and come join me. All right, so I just want to show you that I'm going to take the, what have I got here? The 10, and let's pick up a little bit of white, and the double loader will go right here and do Juneberry. So I did a whole lesson on how to load better. So many people are saying that they're having a problem. So I did a whole lesson for this week. And so that you guys can see it. All right, so look at this. I'm going to come right in here. All right, so we put a little bit of Juneberry. I can put a little bit of that in his feathers here. Just a little bit. All right, see how I put just a little bit of that color to pull it together? All right, so we're going to come right here. I don't think y'all can see. There we go. I'm going to double load right there, work it in. All right, and right here. Okay, we'll put one up here. So let's pick out a few other places. So we're going up and over. See, I'm just making sure I put the white on the one edge, and then I'm coming around. I'll pick some more white up. I'll put a little rose here. And I think I might need a pine cone. I think a pine cone would just settle this, okay? I have a little birdhouse that would like a grape painted on it. Yes, that would be awesome. Okay, so let's put a little rose bud right here. So this is a quick and easy if you're painting like a greeting card or some other fun little elements. Having this little roses here and there. I think it's the most liked flower in the world. Do you believe that? Roses are. So there we are. So let's do a pine cone. A bird's nest. Oh. Thank you. That's a good idea. Thank you. All right. So let's put right over here. She just left her bird's nest and went to eat some berries. She's got a lot of berries on this wreath. All right, so we darken the nest area itself. Okay, and while that's drying, I'm going to pull some stems to some of these berries. See that? Let's do a few stems up here. We don't need that totally dry. I'm just letting it set for a minute. And then we come out here with some berries. Stems to the berries. Okay. All right, so all along here, I'm just very loose. I'm not trying to make everything perfect. Just a little natural looking, right? Okay, so I'm going to come around here. A little bit of coffee latte. Now with the burn umber, I'm going to streak it across the white. I got burn umber on here and a little bit of white. And I'm going to take and make a little strokes around this bird's nest. I don't know about you, but this is a great way to use up the paint off my morning work. And I get to talk to you guys. How fun is this for me? And have some people around the world on here with us. Isn't that fun, guys? The beauty of social media. There's some bad social media, but this is the fun part of social media. See, this little fun little nest here. All right. And I just make a little few natural looking branches. Just be loose, guys, really loosey-goosey. All right. Put a little bit of white. There we go. Just to get that look. That was a great idea. You're right. I'm not doing eggs today. They've already hatched and they're out. Has the sweetest facial expression. I know, isn't it cute? Okay, so I need to balance this off with those little pine cones I was going to do. So I can do one right here. Pine cone there. A pine cone up here. I can put a little mossy green down in that bird's nest in a minute. Two there, one here, and one there, and the pine cone here. Okay, so now I've got the brown. I've got to put out some fresh white. Thank you. And you never know how the birds, like when I'm painting owls, sometimes they look mean, sometimes they look sweet. You just never know. Okay, so I'm going to come right here and pick up side load white. Okay, so I'm going to have, let's turn this around. We're going to have 1, 2, 3. This is an 8 flat. Okay, here we go. And we're going to come right around here. See, we're slicing it back and forth, back and forth. Okay, see that brings in the browns of the bird too. All right, so I've got brown, but I'm going to come right here. We've got the peak, and then we keep picking up white. All right. Come join our Donna Dewberry's official one-stroke group on YouTube. No, sorry, on Facebook. And we show you all kinds of super deals on product, and we paint, showing you all the painting, all these wonderful artists that have become one-stroke painters do, and they share their knowledge, and we have lots of beginners coming on every day, so it's wonderful. We got lots of you new guys from YouTube, which we love having you join us, and we answer all kinds of questions for you. See how cute those little pine cones? I just think they kind of made it. You love my palette? Thank you. Hang it on your front door for Christmas. Oh, that's awesome. You can say, I told Donna that she should do this. All right, so see that right here? The only thing is I think I need a few, maybe some of these brighter leaves from behind around the bottom of the roses. Okay, so you get burnt umber on this 8, and then you come over here and side stroke white. All right, so now look what has to happen here. A little bit closer. You put 1, 2, 3, right? Then you put 1 here and you lean the white over slightly. And you're going to get bigger and bigger. See, by leaning this over, you see the little notch that's on the pine cone. See, back and forth, back and forth. And that kind of real looking. And you see it is simple too. I'm going to come up here a little bit higher so that this, you got to have strong brown on your brush. It's burnt umber. And then you just keep picking up white. See, I go back and get white every time. And then this one's underneath, so you're just going to be very carefully laying that underneath. So how fun is that? It is simple, huh? You like the chunky bird. I know pine cone might not be your thing, but I think the whole wreath could be fun little pine cones and berries. All right, but it works for Christmas. You can put pine needles in here. I just have done a year of birds and blossoms right here on YouTube. Donna Dewberry with Plaid, the paint company. And you can get all the free lessons. There were 6 lessons this year, full length lessons on how to paint birds. So if you're out there saying the white looks so neat on the burnt umber, thank you. All right, so let's see what happens here. All right, so I want it a little bit down here so that I'm going to put a little citrus and white. Let's put some white with citrus and make it really bright. So that's not showing. So we can switch it up and get some sap. Okay. And we'll put a little bit of green in there. A little bit around where the pine cones are. So I like to put a few leaves around. Okay. A little bit of sap and citrus. Now y'all can go back, get your paints, come back and paint this with me, okay? And what I love is you can do any little part of this wreath or any little cluster like this cluster and put it on greeting cards, and it would be nice for the holidays. So we're going to put a few little green leaves up around the bird's nest. Oops, sorry. Did you have fun with that? All right, I'm going to, last thing I want to do is I like to take my 16 with some sap green, and I'd like to shade the edges a little bit. Slip, slap, and just work it in. Just a little bit. I could even come back in. Right, so if you look at this, I kind of made a nice shading. But if I use floating medium while I'm doing this, slip, slap, get some on your edges. Please paint and show me what you guys do that you like. Share what you want to see. And a greeting card, absolutely. And then after, you can paint it once, and then you can go have it printed. In our drugstores here, they set up and they print whatever you like, but you have to prove that it's yours so that you're not copying somebody. So, I mean, like, you're not taking my stuff and printing it, but you just show them a picture of you painting it. All right. But you could even go to your local printer and they can paint 4 cards on a sheet for you. And you get inexpensive envelopes, and you can make some fun greeting cards that mean a lot to people. Oh, see, that made it, don't you think? Oh, thank you, from Indiana. All right, Dorothy. So I put medium with some citrus, slip, slap, so it fades into our wreath, into our canvas. This is 11 by 14. I'm using my Donna Dewberry brushes. These are one-stroke brushes. They're all on my site on onestroke.com. And I even have signature brushes, but these I call them my student brushes. But this way you can have even 2 sets and have 1 set for your greens and 1 for your flowers or whatever. So that looks like a little bit of snow. And the last thing I really like to do is I like to come in and put some glitter, some other types of fun. Let's put this up a little bit more even. That will give it sparkle when people walk up to it. So as a last minute idea, so wait 1 second. It's called Glitterific. All right, and it has wonderful, wonderful. It's nice and natural now, so you can leave it like that. But I want you to see that here is some, let's see if you can see it. See all the sparkle? You can add sparkle to anything. And these wreaths, we painted round wreaths inside these chargers from the Dollar Tree. Okay, just want to share with you, here's the big bin of ornaments that we're painting on the 14th. Hello. I didn't know that you're in India right now. That's awesome. Thanks for coming on. Okay, so this will make it a little bit more natural. This will give it a little bit of reds, but or silver. So let me share with you. It is um, it's very thick and it's got the glue in it. So all you have to do is it'll wash out of brushes. I just like to let's go in and pick up some of this. And look, I can just put it in a couple places here. So can you see the sparkle? I'm going to post a picture and you'll see that too because it looks really good. You put a little bit by the pine cones, a little bit in here with the reds. All right, a little bit by the pine cone. And that kind of, when I did this to some fall paintings, it just really jazzed it up where people were just like, oh my gosh, I love that. A little bit more by these pine cones. All right. Now, look. So when people walk up to it, it really pops and stands out. All right. Was that a fun morning? Thank you for being on. I can't wait. Every time I see a plate full of paint, I'm thinking, look at this. My palette was full. I got through painting and I thought, oh, I'm not going to waste this. And look, we painted a whole painting. And this canvas was the basis for One Stroke Advantage. I was showing them how to stencil on a canvas. And so you sponge on, this was citrus and white. I sponged the whole thing. And then I laid on a stencil that just had little, you can use any stencil for a background. And I just made circles on there and I made it dark to light so it's not exact anywhere. And I was trying to figure out something that's right here by me. Need to buy my palette. The palette has a lid on the medium, a lid on top of here, a sponge inside the lid to keep this moist so your pink, you can go on and on. Like I actually can close that up and use it next week. But I just like to use it up. It's fun. All right, so there, see the glitter? Now that will dry because it's got like little particles and bigger particles, and it will last indoor or outdoor. How fun is that? So, do you like the corners? I was just thinking some of that would be nice. Thank you so much, each one of you, for being on today. Please go check out my Patreon site. And on Patreon, I teach you a lot of business. My husband and I both, Mark and I both, we tell you stories about the one stroke world, the painting world of Mark and Donna Dewberry. And I'm doing this big painting behind me right here is the first item that I'm teaching in their growth classes. So you don't have to know a lot of one stroke petals and strokes to be able to do this. And so it's $20 a month to work on this piece. And it's half that, it's a 20, no, it's a 40 by 30, a 40 by 30. And so I would love for you to come check it out with me. And so it is patreon.com/Mark and Donna Dewberry. So come check us out. And you can see we have wonderful things going on. And I'm always got something on fun, like this Christmas. I got Plaid to say they would give us some giveaways. So I'm excited. And I'm going to just pull one out at a time and paint for you, with you. So, and I'm going to ask you to take pictures of you and your PJs. And and you send it to my Facebook Messenger so I can share them online. And we'll have a drawing with everybody who sends me a picture of what they're painting or their PJs. All right. So sound good. Have a great rest of the week. This is Monday. I started in a good way with you guys. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.